New developments tonight into a possible ISIS-inspired attack in Virginia. According to officials, the suspect stabbed a man and a woman with a knife as they were entering an apartment building. Brian Todd is out front.
A vicious and apparently random stabbing attack at this apartment complex has investigators looking tonight into a possible terrorist attack. Police in Roanoke County, Virginia, nearly 250 miles south of Washington, say a man and a woman were attacked as they entered the Pines apartment complex on Saturday night.
Going to be a traumatic injury. Two patients, one with a neck laceration, the other with a leg laceration, and PD at the front trying to get to that patient.
The male was eventually able to fight off the attacker who fled. But in the meantime, both the man and the woman had been severely wounded.
Police say while they were at a local hospital with the victims, a man now identified as the suspect came into the ER with injuries of his own. He is 20-year-old Wasil Faruqi. Tonight, a U.S. law enforcement official tells CNN witnesses said Faruqi shouted Allahu Akbar, meaning God is great, as he carried out the attack. Police say they don't believe Faruqi knew either victim.
There's certainly a real possibility here that he could have been inspired by ISIS. But the fact that he screamed out Allahu Akbar, the fact that he chose apparently random victims, and the fact that he was known by authorities in advance certainly raises that question.
A law enforcement official tells CNN Faruqi was previously known to the FBI because of concerns over his possible radicalization and because of possible mental health issues. Now the FBI is trying to determine Faruqi's motive.
If it is linked to ISIS, then one of the things that it shows is that they're able to carry out attacks in the most random of places, places that you never even think of as being hit by an attack.
Now, what's not clear tonight is whether the suspect, Wasil Faruqi, was actually communicating with anyone from overseas, with any operatives from ISIS or another terror group. If he was not, and if he was radicalized and inspired on his own, he would symbolize what has become a massive challenge for U.S. law enforcement. FBI Director James Comey has said the Bureau has almost 1,000 investigations ongoing into homegrown violent extremists, most of them ISIS-related. Pamela?
All right, Brian Todd, thanks so much. And out front now, Bob Berry, former CIA operative. So, Bob, given the current ISIS threat, do you expect more attacks like this, these unsophisticated attacks, to happen in the United States?
Oh, Pam, absolutely. These people identify with the conflicts in the Middle East, with Iraq, where a lot of Sunni Muslims have been killed recently in Fallujah, for instance, hundreds and hundreds of them. And they are within common cause, and they don't need to actually go to Syria or Iraq to be indoctrinated. They do it online. The FBI can't arrest them just because they're looking at sites, so they are really in a tough spot to identify these people and whether they're going to turn to violence.
Well, if there are all these individuals, you know, the FBI has 900 plus cases open, ISIS-related cases. So if there are all these people in the U.S., like this suspect in the Virginia attack, how much of a concern is it that they could find each other, link up, form a terror cell, and cause even more harm than just one individual could do?
Well, Pam, I'm worried about this attack itself. If it was a terrorist attack, that this person could have beheaded one of those victims, and it would have sent panic through the United States. Or we also have the Nice problem of driving a car through a crowded area. Any of those weapons are completely lethal, and it's so difficult to predict them. But, you know, the FBI is monitoring the best they can, but they just can't predict who's going to turn to violence, as I said.
And just in a nutshell, what are the challenges in tracking these people that are on the FBI's radar but then go on and launch an attack?
You almost can't do it. You can go interview them, and they'll tell the FBI agent, no, I'm not thinking about, yes, I was looking at sites. And they just have to walk away until they take one overt act, whatever that may be.
All right, Bob Baer, thank you so much for that. We do appreciate it. And out front tonight, we are standing by for Donald Trump, about to rally supporters in Austin, Texas.